Chapters 1 through 5. Chapter 1. Readers meet Selena Sardotian, a former assassin enslaved in the salt mines of Endovir. Escorted by guards and Kaol Westfall, the captain of the royal guard, they head to the throne room to meet the crown prince of Otherland, setting the stage for political intrigue and Selena's mysterious past. Chapter 2. Selena Sardotian, a renowned assassin, is brought before Crown Prince Dorian Haviliard. She defies attempts to intimidate her and engages in banter. Dorian offers a proposition, and Selena, hoping it might lead to her escape from a life of slavery in the mines, agrees to listen. Chapter 3. Crown Prince Dorian offers Selena Sardotian a chance at freedom by becoming the king's champion in a competition. Selena, initially defiant, eventually accepts the offer, but negotiates a shorter servitude period. The chapter ends with her feeling a glimmer of hope for her future, despite the challenges ahead. Chapter 4. Selena leaves Endovir with Prince Dorian and Captain Kaol for the competition in Rifthold. She reflects on her changed physical condition, feeling a mix of hope and sorrow. During the journey, she tries to engage Kaol in conversation about his background, but doesn't get much information. They eventually stop for lunch in a clearing. Chapter 5. Selena and the group stop for lunch in a forest during their journey. Selena defends the forest's magical history, while the soldiers express disdain. Mysterious footprints and flowers in her tent hint at supernatural beings, keeping Selena on alert as they continue through the woods. Chapters 6 through 10. Chapter 6. Selena and her companions endure harsh weather as they travel toward the glass castle of Rifthold. Selena reflects on her capture and the treacherous world of assassins. As night falls, Selena and Dorian, the crown prince, both contemplate their own thoughts and fears, with Dorian finding something captivating in Selena's demeanor despite her deadly reputation. Chapter 7. Selena arrives in Rifthold for the king's champion competition, gaining attention due to her assassin's reputation. She prepares for the competition with her servant, Philippa. Crown Prince Dorian and the king clash over Selena's participation, setting the stage for power struggles. Chapter 8. Selena explores the castle with Kaol, discovers a vast library, and writes a cheeky note to Prince Dorian asking to borrow books. While reading, she realizes the competition should have started, but Kaol is missing. She overhears ladies-in-waiting referring to her as the prince's harlot, leaving her both amused and curious. Chapter 9. Selena gets dressed up and feels girlish. Philippa offers advice, and they share a moment of laughter. Kaol arrives and they head to meet the king. Selena is anxious in the glass castle, but Kaol reassures her. They enter the meeting room, where she receives stares and attention. Chapter 10. Selena meets the other competitors in a grand chamber before an imposing king, where they learn they'll compete for the title of champion. Selena disguises herself as Lady Lillian Gordana, a jewel thief, while keeping her true identity hidden. She forms alliances, faces hidden agendas, and prepares for the challenges that lie ahead in the competition. Chapters 11 through 15. Chapter 11. Selena is rudely awakened by Kaol, her training partner, for the upcoming competition. She's tired but fueled by determination. They spar, showcasing her formidable swordsmanship skills, and she later selects hunting knives as her weapon of choice for the competition. Chapter 12. The Weapons Master, Theodos Brulo, introduces himself and has each champion reveal their name and background. Selena poses as a jewel thief to avoid drawing attention. Kaol advises her to stay inconspicuous, and they endure a taxing fitness test. Despite exhaustion, Selena finishes and hides her distress. Chapter 13. Selena shares a meal with Captain Kaol Westfall and discusses the arrival of Princess Nehemia. Nehemia expresses her discomfort with the court's customs, and Kaol remains wary of Selena, sensing that there's more to her than meets the eye, foreshadowing the intrigue and connections that will shape the story. Chapter 14. Selena intensifies her training with Kaol as the first elimination test approaches. However, the atmosphere in the castle grows tense as news of a champion's murder circulates, raising concerns about her safety. Amidst this, Selena connects with fellow competitor, Nox, and learns about Kaol's past. Chapter 15. Selena and the other champions face their first elimination test, an archery contest. Selena, an expert archer, quietly impresses with her skill, earning bullseyes on several targets. Despite her success, she can't help but feel that she hasn't truly won anything and is determined to prove herself further in the competition. Chapters 16 through 20. Chapter 16. Selena struggles to keep up with Kaol during training, revealing her physical weakness. She confides in him about her painful past and scars from Endovir. The chapter takes a dark turn when a desperate champion attempts to escape but is quickly killed by an arrow, making everyone confront the grim realities of their situation. Chapter 17. Dorian Haviliard reluctantly attends a court event, annoyed by his mother's matchmaking attempts. He seeks respite from the dull proceedings and stumbles upon Selena Sardotian sparring with Princess Nehemia of Elve. When he tries to intervene and steer Nehemia toward more conventional courtly activities, he unexpectedly finds himself engaged in a practice sword fight with the princess, adding an element of excitement to the otherwise monotonous event. Chapter 18. Selena observes Dorian teaching Princess Nehemia fencing, becoming aware of her attraction to him. Kaol interrupts, upset about their interaction, and orders her to her chambers, leading to a heated argument where Selena expresses her frustration at being confined and controlled. Chapter 19. Kaltane has a conversation with Duke Parrington at court and learns that Dorian is fond of Lady Lillian, Selena. She starts seeing Lillian as a threat and contemplates how to remove her from Dorian's life. Dorian and Kaol discuss Selena's interaction with the princess and the mysterious death of the Eye-Eater champion, with Kaol expressing concern. Chapter 20. Selena reflects on her strained relationship with Kaol and her upcoming test. She plays the pianoforte, and Dorian joins her, leading to a playful yet tense conversation. Selena mentions her past love, Sam, who died 13 months ago, and Dorian leaves, deeply affected by her music and emotional revelation. Chapters 21 through 25. Chapter 21. Selena competes in a perilous test to retrieve a golden flag by climbing the castle walls. She uses tar-covered hands and feet to scale the walls and takes a challenging route to avoid dangerous rivals. During the test, she witnesses a competitor's fatal fall and takes a daring action to save another contestant, Nox, by swinging to him on a rope as his rope is being cut. Chapter 22. Selena saves Nox during the castle wall climbing test, but finishes in 18th place. She recalls her harsh training under Arabin Hamel. Selena and Kayal grow closer, but another champion's murder casts a shadow over the competition, making Selena doubt her chances of winning. Chapter 23. Selena has a disturbing dream about Endovir. She discusses the Samhain festival with Kayal, but has her own agenda. They encounter Princess Nehemia in the garden, who requests Selena's help in learning the common tongue. They also find mysterious word marks near the clock tower, sparking a conversation about their significance and hinting at Selena's past. Chapter 24. Selena, unable to sleep, stumbles upon a hidden passage in her room that leads to a sewer exit. She briefly considers escaping, but decides to stay and compete honorably in the competition. Prince Dorian gives her a ring as a gift, and she falls asleep in her gown, while Captain Kayal grapples with the implications of the situation. Chapter 25. Selena dreams of a hidden passage to a tomb where statues of Otherland's first king and queen, Gavin and Alina Haviliard, reveal Alina's Fey heritage. Queen Alina warns Selena of Castle Evil and her role as king's champion. Selena contemplates her mission to find and eliminate the lurking evil, discovering a mysterious amulet. Chapters 26 through 30. Chapter 26. Kayal questions Selena about her whereabouts during a champion's murder, but she denies involvement, suspecting Cain. She finds Javier's body with strange word marks. Dorian and Kayal spar and discuss the murders, expressing concern for Selena's safety and Dorian's inner turmoil. Chapter 27. Selena researches word marks and word gates in the castle's library, frustrated by the lack of clear answers. Kayal joins her but teases her with a prank, causing her to leave the library in frustration. The chapter hints at a mysterious and supernatural element tied to the word marks, adding to the intrigue of the story. Chapter 28. Selena struggles with billiards and is joined by Dorian. He gives her pointers and they play a game while conversing. Dorian becomes curious about her past and guides her to her room when she falls asleep. Chapter 29. Selena watches Cain spar with Grave, only to realize that Cain knows her true identity. She confronts Varen and defeats him in a sparring match. Meanwhile, Kaltain Rompier manipulates Queen Georgina in her pursuit of power. The chapter highlights Selena's strengths and Kaltain's ambitions. Chapter 30. Selena practices archery and discusses her true identity being known to Cain, and investigates the murder of Varen Islich with Kayal, suspecting a connection between the champion's killings and Elena's evil force. Chapters 31 through 35. Chapter 31. Selena is visited by the ghostly figure of Elena, the first queen of Otherland, who advises her to win the competition. During a poison identification test, Pelor discreetly helps Selena, and she ultimately succeeds. Despite Elena's guidance, Selena remains determined not to serve the king's agenda. Chapter 32. Selena and Nehemia continue their lessons, and Selena defends a puppy from being killed in the castle's kennels. She walks with Nehemia and denies any romantic interest in Dorian. Cain briefly confronts her, seemingly distressed. Selena sends messages to Nox and Pelor to stay in their chambers that night, hinting at a potential threat. Chapter 33. Kaltain hides her opium use from Duke Parrington and suggests Lady Lillian may not be suitable for Dorian. Meanwhile, Nehemia tells Selena about a brutal massacre of Aelva rebels by Otherland's army, leading a moment of shared grief between them. Chapter 34. Selena deals with severe cramps and nausea due to her monthly cycle's return. Kayal visits, discussing the recent massacre of Aelva rebels. Later, Dorian visits. They chat and Dorian reveals his desire for a better world. Selena reassures him. She contemplates the Eulimus Ball and the deaths of champions. Chapter 35. Kayal watches Selena and Dorian taking a walk, but grapples with his growing trust in her. During their walk, they discuss a necklace and Dorian's brother. Later, Selena finds word marks under her bed and in the library, leading to suspicions about Nehemia's intentions and causing her to question her friend's loyalty. Chapters 36 through 40. Chapter 36. Selena keeps her suspicions about Nehemia to herself and focuses on training and research. Dorian surprises her with candy and a puppy as a Eulimus gift. Selena plans to attend the ball that night, despite Kayal's disapproval, to keep an eye on Nehemia, whom she suspects might pose a threat. She's willing to risk it to protect her friends. Chapter 37. Selena attends a Eulimus ceremony in a glass temple. It's tedious and she falls asleep, drooling on Kayal's shoulder. During the ceremony, children representing gods and goddesses give blessings and gifts. Selena receives a golden arrow from the goddess Diana. Kayal hands it back to her, and their interaction takes on a different tone. Chapter 38. Selena sneaks into a royal ball, wearing a beautiful gown. Kayal scolds her for attending, but she watches Nehemia and eventually has a conversation with her. Dorian asks Selena to dance, and they share a moment. Chapter 39. The Crown Prince and Selena share a passionate kiss at the royal ball, defying the consequences of their budding romance. Kayal, the captain of the guard, watches from afar, torn by his own unspoken feelings for Selena. The chapter delves into the complex web of emotions and connections between these three central characters. Chapter 40. Selena wakes up to find Dorian visiting her and discussing their previous kiss. Meanwhile, Kaltain learns that Lady Lillian is actually the assassin Selena Sardotian and agrees to play a role in a plan to defeat her in the upcoming duel and win Dorian's affection. Chapters 41 through 45. Chapter 41. Selena finds word marks in a book and suspects Nehemia's involvement in the murders. She explores the underground passages and discovers Cain performing dark rituals. The plot intensifies as Selena investigates further. Chapter 42. Selena confronts Cain, who uses word marks to steal the strength of dead champions with a creature called a Ridderak. After a tense encounter, Selena escapes to a tomb where she defeats the Ridderak with an ancient sword but gets injured. Nehemia rescues her, tends to her wounds, and uses word marks to help heal her. The chapter is filled with suspense and action, revealing more about the dark forces in the competition. Chapter 43. Selena wakes up to find her injuries healed thanks to Nehemia. She reveals her true identity and her role in the competition to Nehemia. The next day, she has a playful exchange with Kaol, but encounters the king unexpectedly. Chapter 44. Selena and Kaol encounter the king in a hallway, and the king seems suspicious of Selena. Kaol reads a mysterious report about the king's recent journey and reflects on Selena's potential as the king's champion. Chapter 45. Selena trains with Nox, suspecting Cain's dark powers. She advises Nox to leave the dangerous castle. Kaltain encounters Cain while under the influence of opium. Selena shares a romantic moment with Dorian, hiding her fear. She's determined to win duels and secure her freedom. Selena has a nightmare but learns the final test is cancelled. She'll duel Grave, Renault, and Cain tomorrow to determine her fate. Chapters 46 through 50. Chapter 46. Dorian goes hunting while thinking about his feelings for Selena. Selena stands on her balcony, contemplates her upcoming duel with Cain, and realizes she wants to stay in the castle for reasons beyond her freedom. Chapter 47. Kaltain poisons Selena's drink before the duels. Selena watches the first duel between Cain and Renault, with Cain winning. Nehemia offers her an iron-tipped staff, symbolizing their alliance. Selena prepares to duel Grave with the staff. Chapter 48. Selena's duel with Cain continues. She is drugged with bloodbane, causing hallucinations and weakness. Despite her struggles, Cain overpowers her, and she experiences vivid hallucinations of otherworldly creatures. The chapter ends with her being attacked by these creatures as Cain drops her amulet. Chapter 49. Selena is overwhelmed by hallucinations caused by a drug. Dorian, Kaol, and Nehemia watch in horror. Nehemia uses magic to protect Selena. Queen Alina briefly appears, removes the poison, and vanishes. Selena, in pain, prepares to face Cain again. Chapter 50. Selena emerges victorious in her duel with Cain. She spares his life despite his knowledge of her secrets. She becomes the king's champion and is carried away for medical attention. Kaol, in a moment of desperation, kills Cain. Dorian vows to free Selena. Kaltain's plan to poison Selena fails, and she is betrayed by Duke Parrington and the king, leading to her arrest. Chapters 51 through 55. Chapter 51. Dorian intervenes to spare Kaol from punishment after Cain's death. Selena wakes up injured and Nehemia shares her secret magical abilities, explaining how she saved Selena during the duel. Grateful, Selena receives the Eye of Elena amulet, finding solace in its return before resting. Chapter 52. Selena wakes up, and Dorian, still haunted by the duel, joins her. They discuss the events, and Dorian expresses regret for not helping her during the fight. Meanwhile, the king of Adarlan talks with Parrington about their plans and cautions against involving the Elba princess. Chapter 53. Selena recovers from her injuries and Kaol visits her, leading to a tense conversation. Dorian informs her about signing the king's champion contract, and Selena decides to end her romantic relationship with him, excited about her upcoming freedom in 4 years. Chapter 54. Kaol visits Selena and finds out about her breakup with Dorian. They share a meal and toast to Selena's future, freedom as the king's champion. Later, Selena has a dream where she meets Queen Alina, who encourages her to embrace her destiny and hints at the importance of her friends and their needs. Elena also expresses gratitude for Selena's role in saving her life. Chapter 55. Selena signs the king's champion contract, securing her freedom in 4 years, but subject to the king's commands. The king threatens her friends' lives if she fails. After signing, she leaves with mixed emotions. Kaol asks if she's happy, and they share a moment of relief. Selena anticipates her first mission, but chooses to learn the details later.